EVs of Qua, and these are the top 10 sexiest EVs out right now. Beauty is subjective, so let me know what your top 10 picks are in the comments below. Ratings are based on exterior aesthetics, and deliveries of the vehicle must be happening right now. So no concept cars or cars delivering 1 year from now. There are a lot of EVs out right now, so cracking the top 10 is a testament to these vehicles. At number 10, we have the BMW i4 M50, which starts at $67,300. The car shares its architecture with the gas BMW 4 Series, which has its design pros and cons. The side also has nicely designed side vents, which are fully functional. The rear, to me, typical of BMW lately, is sleek and clean, but lacks the personality of some of the vehicles on the list. I do like the lower rear diffuser, however. It's aggressive, clean, and a good transition from the gas 4 Series. The front daytime running lights look modern, if not a little bit underwhelming. However, my biggest issue with the BMW i4 M50 is its fake front grille. It just looks like a giant beaver face. I don't know what's happening within BMW's design studio lately, but there's been a lot of misses. Looking at you, BMW iX. At number 9, we have the Mach-E GT, which starts at $69,895. I've always been a big fan of Mustang's rear end, and the Mustang Mach-E GT is no exception. The rear tri-bar LED taillights are elegant and sporty, and look really unique when turning. It's definitely top 5 on my list of best looking rear taillights. The Mustang also has an elongated front and muscular sculpted body. There's a lot of personality, and there's definitely a persona one has when driving it. The Mach-E GT has unique tri-bar LED daytime running lights, and for the GT version, illuminates the pony emblem. You're definitely not going to mistake one when you're driving past one at night. The reason why the Mustang Mach-E GT does not rank higher on my list is because I'm not the biggest fan of the front grille area. It reminds me of the pre-refreshed Tesla Model S grills. And I know the non-GT version has a slightly different grille, but I'm also not a big fan of those either. I think Ford could have just removed the whole front fake grille area completely, and the Mustang GT would have looked a lot better. I think the biggest issue with the Mustang Mach-E is it's still trying to find its identity. I know some people don't consider it a true Mustang, and Ford just named it the Mustang Mach-E for branding purposes, and I think some of that confusion is seeping into the design identity of this vehicle. It's stuck between a sports car and an SUV, and it's still trying to find its place. I think it's doing an overall good job, but it's just not there yet. Hopefully by the next generation, Ford will lock down the design even more, and it'll be higher on this list. At number 8, starting at $41,450, is the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Now, if there's any car that I believe is influenced by a futuristic cyberpunk aesthetic, besides the Cybertruck of course, it would be this car. If you put this car in Cyberpunk 2077, no one will bat an eye. This is one of the most unique looking cars out there right now, and a large part of that is due to Hyundai's bespoke EV architecture, the eGMP platform, which allows for an extended wheelbase and a short front end. The pixel LED daytime running lights are unique and look straight out of a video game. Additionally, for the limited trim, there's a beautiful premium LED front accent lighting that looks modern and futuristic when seen at night. You just have to see it in person. The sides have angular cuts that give the Ioniq 5 a sporty and modern look. The flush mounted handles are a nice bonus, and the bottom sill area has a nice matte finish. Why the Ioniq 5 doesn't rank higher for me is because of its rear end. Although the pixel inspired design works well in the front, I don't think it works as well in the back. The way the back is designed makes it seem like there will be a full light bar running across, but only a portion of it lights up. I would have much preferred one continuous pixel inspired light bar for the back, and I think that was a missed opportunity for Hyundai. At number 7, we have the Audi e-tron GT, which starts at $104,900. So the thing about the Audi e-tron GT is by many metrics, it's a gorgeous car. And for over $100,000, it better be gorgeous. It's sporty, low to the ground, and has a wide stance with wide rear fenders. The car's body proportions are near perfect and extremely sexy. I think my biggest issue with the Audi e-tron GT is for the price. It's a little bit uninspiring. You're not going to turn as many heads with the Audi e-tron GT as if you're driving a similar car like the Porsche Taycan. And you might want that. I'm not saying the Audi e-tron GT doesn't do that, it just doesn't do that to the degree of other comparable cars. The rear's design language confuses me a little bit. We have vertical light splits towards the end of the light bar. I see what the designers is trying to do with the vertical and horizontal splits, but personally I would have preferred a singular light bar, or at least the light splits connected for a more uniform look. The front LED daytime running lights are a little bit understated, and the front fascia kind of reminds me of Spawn. Anyone else see it too? But with all that said, the car's proportions are near perfect. It's sexy, sporty, and low to the ground. I just wish with the price, the design was a little bit more inspired. At number 6, we have the Rivian R1T, which starts at $73,000. The Rivian design is a little bit controversial. Some people are not too fond of it, but I personally think it's very unique and modern. I would say the rear of the R1T is its least inspiring angle. It's just a singular light bar with the word Rivian below it. Light bars are definitely getting more popular, but I don't think Rivian's integration of it is on par with other vehicles. The side styling is similar to other trucks as well, except for the flush mounted door handles of course. There's no crazy side vents or anything. It's a clean look, and I think for the target market, I think it's a great choice. Where the Rivian has controversy, however, is its front styling. Some people are not fans of the oval LED daytime running lights. Personally, I think it looks amazing. It gives the truck a lot of character and it fits the clean and modern design language of Rivian. You definitely know you're driving across a Rivian when you see these lights, especially at night. On top of that, Rivian uses a front light bar that runs across the front fascia to further illuminate the vehicle. It adds even more character and personality, and I love how it turns green when charging. Rivian incorporates lighting as the key element in its design language, and it's these details that make Rivian number 6 on my list. The next one might be a little bit controversial for some of you, but hear me out. At number 5, we have the Polestar 2, which starts at $48,400. There's just something about the Scandinavian design language that works well with electric cars. The principles of Scandinavian design are inspired by nature and emphasize clean lines and form, often having a clean, cool, timeless minimalism. With shifting focus to electric cars being around renewable energy, the Scandinavian design language is only going to get more popular. We can see elements of this design language with the Polestar 2. There's nothing particularly gaudy with the design. There's no jagged cuts or lines. The front features Volvo's signature Thor's Hammer daytime running lights, which to this day I think are some of the most beautiful daytime running lights out there. The car has a low profile and looks elegant at all angles. The back is clean and sports a light bar that turns upon itself. I'm also a fan of how thin the LED lights are in the back. I'm not the biggest fan of fake grills on electric cars, but Polestar's integration of it is inoffensive, with tiny matte black squares throughout. If Polestar removes the fake grill, the design will be even cleaner and minimalist, further cementing the Scandinavian design language within the EV community. At number 4, we have a car that only started to deliver models recently. The Cadillac Lyriq starts at $63,000 and sports one of the coolest, cleanest, and most modern designs out there, while still keeping true to its Cadillac heritage. This mostly stems from the front fascia, which incorporates untraditional headlights near the sides of the fascia. The headlights feature 9 individual nodes and also rocks vertical daytime running lights to its sides, keeping it in line with past Cadillacs. What takes the Lyriq to the next level is the individual LEDs within the front fascia itself. These lights do a special dance when you turn on and off the vehicle and illuminate as you're driving. Lighting experience is a major component of EVs, and Cadillac is taking it to another level. Where I think the Lyriq misses its mark a little bit is its rear taillights. They flow off the C-pillar and into the rear liftgate. I give Cadillac kudos for trying something different, but I'm not sure exactly how I feel. I don't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. Overall, the Cadillac Lyriq looks like a game changer for the brand as it transitions to an all-electric future, and it's no wonder why it's number 4 on my list. At number 3, we have the Lucid Air Touring, which starts at $107,400. The Lucid sports a low sporty stance, yet looks elegant with its sculpted bodyline. The rear sports a taillight that Lucid says is the largest single panel taillight in the market. The light bar is unique because it sports a 3D depth effect if you look at it closely, with thin strips of LED lighting within the taillight itself. I also love the fact that the word Lucid is placed over the taillight itself, not on the body panels around it. This creates a really cool effect when you see it at night. The unique lighting further extends to the front. Just like the back, a very thin light bar extends across the entire front end. The Lucid name is also lit up as well. Both elements are not that noticeable during the day, but at night, it's definitely a head turner. The micro lens array headlights, accented by the platinum polished canopy roof trim, give the car a very noticeable and futuristic touch. The sculpted hood also sports a functional vent that allows air to flow through the headlight opening, helping lower the drag coefficient for the vehicle. In fact, with a drag coefficient of 0.97, the Lucid Air is one of the most aerodynamic cars out there. For Lucid to create such a unique and futuristic design while still keeping the drag coefficient low makes this number 3 on my list. Number 2 on my list is a revolutionary design that stood the test of time. It's over a decade old and it still looks modern to this day with minimal updates. Tesla Model S starts at $105,000 and has some of the best body proportions in the market. My favorite angle of the vehicle is its rear. The rear fenders flare out more than most vehicles, giving it a very wide, low stance. The rear taillights were recently updated and modernized, sporting a more diffused look so you can't distinguish the individual lights itself. Here's an example of the old taillights, and here's the new one. As you can see, the new one is cleaner and more modern. The front fascia used to sport a fake grille, but was moved in the 2016 update. To this day, I still think it was one of the best design decisions of any automaker in the 21st century. Tesla, much like Apple, does a lot of incremental changes instead of one large one every few years. This has led some critics to think the Model S looks outdated, but I don't think they've been paying attention to these small incremental changes that Tesla has been doing to the Model S. Overall, the Tesla Model S would be my pick for the sexiest EV on the market, if not for the next vehicle. At number 1, we have the Porsche Taycan, which starts at $86,700. Although, keep in mind, a lot of the features talked here are only for the higher trims. The car maintains the signature Porsche design, sharing many design cues with the Porsche 911 and the Porsche Panamera. Many of the design elements of the Taycan are not gaudy or outrageous. In fact, some are quite simple. But Porsche is able to integrate them seamlessly when compared to other automakers. Take the back, for example. It's just one long light strip with wide rear fenders. There's nothing revolutionary with the rear design. There's no 3D depth perception like Lucid, but the Taycan is able to integrate its rear taillights with the body proportions better than any other vehicle. It doesn't look like the light bar is just tacked on. Looking at you, Rivian. At its side, we see inspirations for the Panamera, with its 4 doors and functional side vents. There's no crazy body lines, and some might not even notice the side vents, but once again, Porsche is able to integrate it seamlessly. At its front, we have the signature Porsche Quad LED daytime running lights. It's quite simple, but it's elegant and very distinct when you see it at night. Probably the most distinctive design key of the front are the teardrop-shaped air vents under the headlights. I know not everyone is fond of them, but I personally find them attractive, and it adds a little bit of aggressiveness to the design. Lastly, this is a $5,000 add-on, but the Taycan Mission E wheels are by far some of the sexiest and head-turning wheels I've ever seen. And for $1,300 more, the Mission E wheels will be painted the same exterior body color, giving it an even more head-turning appearance. Overall, the Taycan is my #1 pick for the sexiest EV out right now. It incorporates the best elements of Porsche's design language, while also incorporating the best elements of EV design, including great lighting, low drag coefficients, and nice proportions. There you have it, top 10 sexiest EVs out right now. What are your top 10? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and if you agree or disagree. This is EVs with Quad, and follow me for more EV reactions, reviews, news, and commentary.